Hello, everybody. My name is Fei. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really, really excited to be sharing our birthday party with you. So, welcome and thank you for being here. Um, so, today we are going to be drawing our family as cartoons. And this is something that is really, really fun that I've done since I was a child, actually. And I am so excited to be here with you. So happy Valentine's Day, happy Family Day, and we will get started shortly. So I believe the materials for today are in the description. So I'm just using a mechanical pencil. I have some erasers here. So I've got my kneaded eraser. If you've never used this, this is a lot of fun. And then I have my regular eraser over here. And I have my pencil crayons and pencils. So we are going to get started very shortly. But again, if this is your first time on our YouTube channel, welcome. And again, thank you so much for being here. So I guess when we're drawing our family as caricatures, you kind of have to be okay with making fun of them a little bit. And so because of that, I'm going to draw myself first. And then I'm kind of going to draw everybody else around that. And I do have a surprise. So stay tuned for that. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself, and I'm going to try to exaggerate a little bit, but also drawing myself as a chibi character. So if you guys don't know what chibi means, it just means big head and little body, and it means making yourself kind of look like a baby, have baby proportions. So that's always fun. If you want to make yourself super, super cute, you can kind of draw your eyes lower on the face and kind of draw them bigger. So I've always wanted like really big anime eyes, so I'm gonna draw myself here. I'm gonna put my eyes kind of in the middle of my face. And I hope you guys have some family with you and you're celebrating Family Day. We're all stuck inside anyway, so it's a good excuse to be creative. So I don't know if I want to draw a nose on me. My nose is really, really small, so I might just kind of draw a little bit of the underside there. And why not make myself really cute? It's a good excuse. So I'm going to draw some quick hair. I'm going to try to do a whole bunch of caricatures, but it's always good to start with yourself first, just because you know kind of, you know, what you look like best. So I'm just going to change the shape of my face a little bit. And I'm going to draw my big headphones on because I'm wearing these all the time anyway. So just a very loose sketch. I'm just giving myself like a tiny, tiny neck. I think I'm just going to draw faces. And then if I have time, I'm going to draw bodies because I do have a lot of people to draw. And it's going to be really fun. But I want to lay everybody in first. So here's me. So I've always really, really enjoyed drawing caricatures. I do them at parties a lot, and when we attend local fairs, we also do them a lot. And just reflecting on the past 7 years, boy, there has been so much that has happened, and over the last year, also so much has happened with the pandemic, and there's been so many changes, but I'm so, so grateful that we are celebrating today. All right. I don't know why my music keeps stopping. Okay. Okay, so there's me, And I'm going to draw my partner next. So those of you who've never met Aaron, Aaron and I started Wing Canvas in 2013, but we opened our doors in 2014. And not only is he like my best friend, and we actually got married after we started this business together, he's also been such a rock for the company. He's been, running around and doing everything that I don't like to do. So Aaron I'm gonna stick him right next to me, like really, really close. So when I draw Aaron and myself, I always draw Aaron with like a really long face. I just want to exaggerate. Sorry, he'll forgive me. So here we go. I hope you guys can draw along with me. When you're drawing caricatures, it's really all about looking at shapes, so does the person you're drawing have a round face? Does the person you're drawing have a square face? Maybe they have a really long face. But I think I'm going to give Aaron some like more cartoony eyes here. Like this. And he has a really great little crescent moon smile. And there was one year, I think it was in 2014, when Aaron actually, he was doing Movember, and he shaved his beard into a winged canvas. So I think I'm going to put that in his caricature. There we go. Doesn't quite look square, but it'll do. So I might erase my pencil lines a little bit later. Also, you'll notice my neck is like super, super thin and his is super, super wide. And it's because when you're drawing guys, you might want to give them little thicker necks. I might change that later, but right now I'm just trying to lay everything in. All right. So just a little story about our very humble beginnings as Markham's Art Hub. I remember we opened on Family Day in 2014, and it's a blink, and now it's been 7 years. So since then, we've moved to a bigger location in Bullock, and before we had one studio, and now we had 4 studios, and then after the pandemic hit, we are now all virtual, so unlimited studios. How cool is that? All right. So we've got Aaron sketched in there. So thank you guys so much for joining. Hi, Jay. Hello, Fadwa. Hello, Peter and Serenity and Justin. Thank you for being here. You guys were here last year too. I remember we had so much fun. And hi, welcome in. I'm just checking the chat. So guys, I have a really cool announcement. I know that I was supposed to be drawing my family, but I thought that I would surprise our team at Wing Canvas by drawing the Wing Canvas family, because I feel so grateful to work with such amazing people. That is the best part about what I do, and it's the best part of Wing Canvas is our amazing team. And so I'd like to honor our team by drawing a team caricature today. So family is all about, your loved ones, the people that you care about the most, and I feel like Wing Canvas has such a strong family. So who's gonna be next? I'm going to draw Arruniya next. So if you guys attended Arruniya's live stream, she was streaming this morning, she was painting with us, and so I'm going to add her in next? Surprise, Arruniya. So, let's see here. I'm just going to... There we go. 1 second. So Arruniya has been with us for, oh gosh, for a very, very long time, probably since 2017. And Arruniya started off as a volunteer. She is an amazing teacher, just an absolute, if you've ever taken one of her classes or you got a preview today earlier, she is the most patient, kind, caring person, and I am so, so grateful to work with her every day. So Arruniya, I'm going to try to do my best to to draw this so that it's a little bit flattering. So Arruniya has such a really a great smile, and that's kind of why I'm starting with her smile. So Arruniya, let me know if you want me to draw your headphones in. Since I'm sure you spend a lot of time with your headphones as well. So Arruniya is one of our amazing Art Foundations instructors, and she is also our education coordinator and supervisor, and just an absolute joy. She's probably been with us the longest on our team. So she's been with us from almost our beginnings and has seen both of our studios. I hope I do justice to your great smile here. And I apologize in advance if I butcher anybody's face. All right, so here's Arruniya. Bodies to be continued, if I have time. Okay. So Arruniya's done, and we are going to... I'm going to be drawing Geo next. So if you guys haven't met Geo, I'm sure you, if you've been to our studio, you've met Geo. Giovanna is our amazing studio manager, and she also is Wing Canvas's best cheerleader, and we all absolutely adore her. We also call her our unicorn. So maybe, Geo, I might just draw you with unicorn horns. We will see. Okay. So Geo, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna put you next to Aaron here. And I might end up smudging this, so hopefully. I'm just gonna grab another sheet of paper. Just in case I need to cover. All right, so Geo. Just gonna draw some middle lines here because I'm doing kind of a 3/4 view for her, so hopefully my lines will help. So Geo joined us in also 2017 in October, right before our epic Halloween party. And Geo has reinvented our systems at Wing Canvas, and she is pivotal to so much of our growth, and I cannot thank her enough. So hopefully I do I do your portrait justice here. Okay. All right. So I gotta put her glasses in here. Okay, I do have some references printed out, so I am following a bit of reference because I admit I have trouble drawing people completely out of my head. But maybe when I color this in, I can give her like a unicorn hair. So usually when I sketch people, I try to focus on just the shapes and then kind of like the placement, the distance in between the eyes. Maybe. Let's see about putting a unicorn horn here. That was actually legitimately her Halloween costume the first year, so there we go. Okay. Oh, we're doing pretty good on time. Actually, I do have a cool announcement. We just launched our Patreon, and we're super excited. Our Patreon is a place where you can come and support us wherever you are tuning in. You can support us so that we can continue to make live streams and we can continue to make arts education free and accessible for everybody. We just launched, so if you are an early supporter, you can actually get the sweetest deal, one of the sweetest deals we will never offer again. So go ahead and check it out. It is, you'll find the link in our description. Okay. All right, so who is next? I'm just going by date and teams here, so I'm going to be drawing Alyssa next. Alyssa, I don't know if you are watching, but nobody is escaping this, if I can help it. All right, so Alyssa is a wonderful, she is actually doing our live streams on Friday with Jessie, and when Alyssa started, it was also in late 2017, so she's been with us for 4 years now, almost 4 years. And ever since she was joined, our anime culture at Wing Canvas blew up. And Alyssa was one of our first cartooning and anime teachers, and since she has grown it into our most popular class. So Alyssa, I am super, super grateful. You are so, I don't want to say talented. Obviously you're talented, but you also work really, really hard. And I don't want the talent to just kind of, take over. Because I do believe that it's a combination of talent as well as effort to become a really, really great artist. So you could actually have no talent. Like, I really didn't think I was talented at all. I just had a very supportive family, and lots of artists in my family who were able to support me with, to become an artist. And I just worked really hard. So Alyssa, I'm sorry if I butcher your glasses here. But if you haven't caught Alyssa on YouTube yet, she streams every Friday, and starting in March, we will be streaming at 4 p.m. So we've got one more stream at our regular 12 p.m. and then we'll be streaming at 4 p.m. in March. And Alyssa, if you caught our last live stream, she drew an anime recap. and it was absolutely beautiful. She's one of our digital art instructors as well, and she's super, super knowledgeable of Clip Studio and Photoshop, and also very, very patient. Okay. And I've learned so much from all of our teachers. Okay. So there's Alyssa. You know what, Alyssa, I gotta give you bigger hair. I'm sorry. I have to give you like rock star hair. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm already kind of starting to smudge here. So if you find that you're smudging your drawing, if you're drawing a lot of people, what you can do is you can actually take a piece of paper and just kind of cover where you're drawing, and that way there's not a lot of smudging going on. Okay, so next I'm going to be drawing Jessie. So if you guys haven't seen Jessie, she is also an amazing digital artist. Okay, I don't want to smudge Jessie, so I'm going to add my sheet of paper here. So Jessie actually started as a co-op student in early 2019, and I have had the privilege to watch her grow into such an amazing, well, she was always amazing, but to watch her grow into like an incredible comic artist, and I've learned so much from her as well. And Jessie, if you're watching, you rock, and I've learned so much about Medibang and just about, like, you know, internet culture from you in general. So Jessie is like, she's like lightning. She's super fast. If you watch her digital art, you're just like, how do you make it look so easy? Jessie is also an amazing writer. So if you've read any of our blogs on our website, a lot of them are written by Jessie. Multi-talented writer, as well as cartoonist, comic artist, teacher. So, all right, Jessie. I hope I do you justice here. Jessie is also a content creator of a lot of our videos that are on YouTube. And so check them out. She's doing the elements of art, so she writes them as well as edits them. Talk about multi-talented. Okay, Jessie. I know this doesn't look like your avatar at all, so forgive me. I'm drawing you in my style today. And actually, it makes me so happy to just draw your faces, because I really miss these guys. I mean, I see them all the time, but we're always on Discord. But our co-op program has actually brought in so many amazing people, and Jessie was one of them. All right. So, who is next on my list? I'm going to be drawing Rachel. So guys, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to our channel. We aim to be streaming weekly, and we're streaming every Friday. Today is a special event, but usually we stream Fridays at 4 p.m. starting in March. We do have one more stream happening at 12 noon, but in March we'll be streaming at 4 p.m. every Friday. All right, so if you guys haven't met Rachel before, Rachel was also our co-op student, and she started in 2016. And she is also super, super talented. Rachel, you started off, as just helping out in the studio, and then you did some admin work. You were a camp counselor. You were a designer. Rachel has done so many roles at Wing Canvas. And now she is a content creator, and she narrates and draws and illustrates all of our famous artist videos on YouTube. She's also a lover of anime and design. So was part of our design team early on. And okay, Rachel, I'm doing my best here. Let's see here. I'm looking at a picture of her, and she's smiling in this picture, but it doesn't really look too much like you, so I'm going to try to do my best here. When you're drawing a 3/4 view, sometimes you might see like a little bump here for the cheek, so you just want to make sure that you put that in. And then usually the nose is kind of like 3/4 of the way down, and if you can like visualize that circle, it kind of touches that circle. So these end up like looking a little bit realistic. I did want them to be more chibi, but I can't help myself. Okay, so there you go, Rachel. There you go. I am so grateful that I work with such wonderful family. Okay, so who is next on my list? Jessie. We have Rachel. Now we've got JC. JC also started as a co-op student, and JC is one of our wonderful editors at Wing Canvas. So if you've seen our videos, many of them have been edited by JC, and she is behind the scenes creative, talented photographer, and also passionate artist. Okay, JC, I gotta draw you with headphones on because you're gonna be in the editing room, right? So I'm just kind of focusing on the shapes here, and I'm gonna draw everybody with like a big smile, because why not? Now the trick to capturing likeness is really like the proportions of where you put everything. So I kind of do it very, very lightly at first, and then I sort of step back and have a look just to see if I can make any tweaks before I go in and ink. And normally I don't use mechanical pencil, but I really don't want to sharpen my pencil on stream, so with mechanical pencil you do have to be super light. Otherwise it kind of etches into the paper a lot. Also, if you have a kneaded eraser, these things are really, really cool because you can actually like mush them into a point, and then you can kind of spot erase. So fun fact, you might notice right now that Aaron is the only guy right now on our team. We do have another guy on our team. We're about 85% female led. We're a female team, and 15% male just by accident. But we always joke around to our lovely men All right. So we've got JC. JC, I got to give you some hair. So I'm gonna imagine that you have a ponytail, okay? All right. So I just want to give a big shout out to our wonderful media team. I know that after the pandemic, when a lot of small businesses had to close, we said, okay, how are we gonna reach our students? So we decided to become a lot more active on YouTube. And since I think we started posting regularly back in June, and now we're at over 3,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. We want to continue to make really great content, and we want to eventually make arts education free and accessible to everyone, and we really can't do that without your support. So please, you can support us on Patreon, and again, you can kind of tune in live, and feel free to reach out to us on any of our social media channels. So that's funny because we are the Art Nerd family here. So I think I'm going to put a banner up at the top a little bit later. But if you guys are drawing along with me, please share your creations on our social media channels. We're very active on Discord, and if you actually become a patron, you will get Discord benefits like critiques, monthly classes, and even one-on-ones. So go ahead and check that out. The link is in the description. Okay, so who is next? Jay, you are next. Jay! One of our lovely male designers. So Jay, I have this picture of you up, and you have such a big smile. All I remember when I think of your face is your big smile. Jay, you are such a positive person, and I've learned so much from you. And Jay started off as a design intern, and he has made our website and our entire brand so much better. I also have a design background, and I know that collaborating with other designers is like one of the best things, because everybody has a different brain, and you never know what you're gonna learn. So Jay is also involved in training our co-op team, because we always have amazing young designers who will want to learn how to do web design, graphic design, motion design, as well as UX design. And I know that Jay also live streams, and he makes these awesome pins that are called Fish Head Friends, so go ahead and check that out. Jay, that doesn't look like you yet. I have to add your glasses. All right, here we go. There we go. That looks more like Jay. And your backwards hat. If Jay was wearing his hat forwards, it would be a Raptors hat, but I'm not going to draw the Raptors logo. That's a little too much. All right, Jay. So portraiture is one of my favorite things to do, if you can't tell already. And so I just have an absolute blast drawing people, and definitely one of my favorite subjects. Okay, so I still have inking and coloring to do, so I'm going to try to speed through these. Who is next on my list? Another wonderful designer. Her name is Jiaren. So I don't know if Jiaren, if you are here with us today, but like I said, nobody's off the hook. So Jiaren also started out as a co-op student. Ooh, I've got to cover my page here because I'm gonna smear it all over the place. And so when Jiaren started, she actually started off as a volunteer and then a co-op student in 2019. And she's a very, very talented young designer. Works really, really hard. And Jiaren, you and I have worked so many late nights tweaking the website, you know, making sure that our YouTube thumbnails and everything are ready to go. You have been such an amazing person to work with, and I admire you so much. Also, I'm looking at this picture of when Jiaren was, you know, laughing so hard because we were playing a game at one of our socials, and so I apologize if this ends up not looking like you. Okay. Oof. I noticed that some people are harder to draw than others. I don't know if you've ever noticed the same thing. I have to fix your eye. There we go. Okay. So I will edit and tweak a little bit later. Okay. There's a basic sketch. I'm not like coloring any eyes or anything like that because I kind of treat my sketch as if it's like the first pass at it, right? And then I have another chance to kind of fix my lines when I'm inking. So let me know in the chat who you guys are drawing today. If you're drawing your family, if you're drawing your friends, you know, maybe it's your partner, husband. All right. Okay, Jiaren. I'll have a second pass at it later. All right, so I just want to say, give a shout out to our amazing design team. So I don't know if you guys know how important design is to actually learning art. Design is one of those things that is, you know, when it's well done, it's invisible, but it's so important in the way we communicate, in the way we understand things, and obviously aesthetics. So we have, Wing Canvas since we've begun, we've been champions of design, and we make sure that we teach design thinking in all of our classes. So the design is the part of the NERD teaching method, so nurture, explore, recreate, and design. So design is part of our teaching method, and it will always be. Okay, so who is next? Christine. So Christine, I don't know if you are watching, but I'm gonna fit you down here next. All right. So Christine started in early 2019 as our gallery coordinator. So you may have seen her at the front desk if you've visited our studio. Christine helped curate our amazing shows when we had the gallery space. And She is part of our admin team. Probably working right now, I'm sorry. And Christine, you are such a wonderful, supportive, and caring person. And I'm so happy that you are back on our team. And I hope I don't butcher your face, I'm sorry. It must be very Canadian of me to keep like apologizing for everything, but I'm always worried, you know, when I draw a caricature or just like a cartoon of someone, I'm always worried that like it, I don't know, doesn't it doesn't look like them, or maybe I like drew the wrong angle, you know? Okay. So Christine, I think I need to make your face longer. There we go. Also, Christine has like the cutest laugh. It's so infectious when she laughs. So I should have drawn you laughing, but the reference picture I have of you, you have this very like sincere smile, so I'm gonna go with it. It's like you're about to laugh. Christine is also an amazing, she's also actually a teacher, but she's currently not teaching any classes. But she's also an amazing photographer, and she does film as well. Everybody is so talented here. Okay, Christine, I gave you really big hair. Hopefully that makes up for the expression. Johnny says, can you draw her laughing? Okay, maybe. I'm gonna try to draw everybody first, and then we can tweak and take some requests. Okay, so who is next? So I'm gonna draw, I think I should have put Christine here, because now I'm like gonna smudge her. That was poor planning on my part. Okay, so next on my list is Nassim. So Nassim teaches realistic drawing. She's an illustrator. She's a designer. She is also a, she's also like designing really cool Christmas stuff. And Nassim started with us in 2017, and she has been teaching with us ever since. So Nassim also, she subbed a lot of my mentorship classes, and I've also learned so much from her. And fun fact, Nassim adopted my cat, Helvi, because I became severely allergic to her. So Nassim is my kitty mommy and does beautiful, whimsical illustrations. So Nassim, I'm going to give you like a really cute, pointy nose. And I know that your hair is curly now, so I'm going to try to change that. Nassim, I can't believe it's been 4 years. Just wild. Okay. I think I made your eyebrows a little bit too dark, but hopefully I'll be able to fix it in the line work. There you go. Some curlier hair here. Okay. And last but not least, I'm gonna be drawing Yeri. I don't know if Yeri is tuning in, but Yeri, you're gonna go right here in this spot. So Yeri joined us in 2019 and she teaches digital art. She's also a big anime fan and an animator. So she is our in-house animator. She does background art for Top Secret Productions. And she's also super fun, and I love listening to her teach and listening to her stories. And Yeri, even though you haven't been with us or been with Wing Canvas for too long, I feel like you've been here for a very long time. You definitely feel like part of the family. I'm looking at a picture of Yeri from last year's Family Day celebration. So just deepen concentration here, because this is a hard angle. There we go. And Yeri, I think I need to put headphones on you too. I think so. I think maybe all of our teachers. Because every time I chat with her, she is wearing her gaming headphones. And I think you cut your hair since then. I totally forgot. So I'm going to make it a little shorter. There we go. Okay. So hopefully that is everyone. Let's see how we're doing on time. It is 3:47. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. Since we started at 3. I was like panicking a little bit because I wasn't sure if I was able to get everybody. So that means I have time to put in the studio dogs. If you guys have ever seen the studio dogs, their names are Sadie and Pongo. Pongo is actually my mom's dog, and Sadie is Aaron's dog, and they are inseparable. So I'm gonna kind of put them here. They are our fur babies, and we kind of joke around that Pongo is our chief executive dog. She's Miss Bossy Pants. Whatever she says goes. So if you're ever drawing a dog, or maybe you have a pet in the family, I kind of drew, I drew her face so big. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because really her head's not that big. Okay, a little bit smaller. So I'm going to give her a square head here. Square head and triangular ears. She's the cute one. And Sadie is the protector, whereas Pongo is the boss. Okay, so usually I'll just draw, like, for my dog, I draw a square and a circle. And then inside, I'm going to draw her nose, which is like a upside down triangular shape. And then I'm going to make her eyes like really big and like close to her nose. So the lower you draw the eyes, the cuter they are going to look. Okay, so Pongo doesn't smile, does she? She kind of... There we go. That's a little bit better. So I am going to draw a body on her since she's so short anyway. And Pongo has like a squirrel tail, so it kind of looks like a cinnamon bun. It's like part of her charm. There we go. And I'm gonna give her like some eyebrows, because she's kind of sassy sometimes. There we go. All right. Okay, so next is Sadie. So Pongo, interesting fun fact about Pongo is she is actually the same age as Wing Canvas. So when we first started the company, she was like a little puppy. She could fit in your hand, and you know, she's moved with us, she's come to work with us, and she's really been there for all of it. And so she's gonna be 7 this year, but she still looks like a puppy, I swear. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna draw Sadie. So Sadie is our bigger dog. She is a mutt, so she's like a, Pongo's a Shih Tzu, but Sadie is, I think she's like part collie, part lab, part Aussie Shepherd, but she looks like a hound. So I noticed that she has like a pointy head and kind of like a cone for a snout, and then kind of like a squarish face like this. So again, I'm like combining these different shapes together. Okay, and we always joke around and say Sadie's sad looking. She's always sad, like unless she's going for a walk, unless she's outside, she's sad. So I'm gonna give her these kind of sad eyes. She's not actually sad, she just kind of has a sad face. And then the pattern here. So our dogs have always been part of our family day celebrations. And last year, I believe they were also at the studio. Pongo was under the table hiding from the kids. And Sadie, even though she doesn't like being pet, she doesn't really like it. You know, some dogs love being pet like Pongo, but Sadie tolerates it. She's really, really good with kids. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people and 2 dogs. But even though I'm gonna start doing my line work, I do want to give a big shout out to all of the wonderful people who are not on this drawing, namely my mom, Celia, my dad, Guang, my in-laws, Colleen and Al. They have been there since the beginning with amazing advice, you know, helping us sand the walls and helping us paint and doing all of the loving things that parents do. So thank you so much. Also, I want to give a big shout out to some of our staff and, you know, past staff, like, you know, those amazing teachers who have moved on and, you know, are doing other things, but we wouldn't be here without you, and our wonderful, wonderful students. Again, you guys are the reason we do this, and I'm just so grateful to have met all of you, and we wouldn't be here without you and without your support. So also big shout out to Hani and Elisa and Maggie, who is a new co-op student who is joining us and also part of our team. So with that said, I'm going to move on to the line work. So I am just using I should show you here. I'm just using these Dixon pens. We had a lot of these at the studio. And it's just like a black ink pen. I don't know if they will sustain water, but I'm guessing not. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start lining I should go left to right. Yeah, I should go left to right. Okay, so here comes my paper. So again, this is my second chance, and just gonna take a look at the chat here. Thank you guys so much for all of your kind words. Okay, so we're gonna start with Jiaren first. So Jiaren. Ooh, I made you look very tired there. Here we go. Okay, so my hands are really shaky today. I don't know why. I think I'm nervous. And also, like, just kind of feel like my heart is swelling a little bit from all the love and being here and celebrating, even though we're online, but being able to celebrate with wonderful people, my work family. Okay. Just want to make sure that I get your head shape right. Okay. I always feel like when I'm outlining stuff, it's like, I do this when I write too. Like sometimes if I want to get really, really neat writing, I'll kind of do it twice. So the first time would be my loose sketch. And then the second time, I can kind of go in and outline. And kind of fix any mistakes that I made. And I'm not going to draw bodies, I'm just going to kind of have it trail off. All right. And Geo is next. Geo the unicorn. So I'm not a huge fan of line art, mostly because I just don't think I'm super great at it. I mean, it takes a lot of practice just to kind of have a steady hand. And I know with digital, which I'm actually learning this year, learning all over again. I learned it a long time ago, but you know, when you don't practice something, it just escapes you. So. But I know with digital, you can kind of turn up the tolerance and turn up the, oh gosh, Jesse, help me out here. What, the correction, turn up the correction. And you get these like really nice smooth lines, but traditional mediums are slightly less forgiving. I remember when I first started drawing cartoons, I would mess up and I would like get out the whiteout and try to like cover it up. But today, if I mess up, it is what it is. It's gonna stay. So hopefully I don't mess up. So let me know what you guys are drawing if you're following along with me. If you're drawing your family. Hopefully everybody is having fun. I know it's like super cold outside today, but at least in Ontario anyway. So I hope you guys are staying warm. Luckily Sadie and Pongo get me outdoors. Otherwise, I would like stay in and really not get as much fresh air as I would like to. And I think I'm going to put like little stars in your eyes, Gio. Since you're always such a positive force to our team. So I'm just kind of leaving that negative space there. And one thing I want to address is that when you guys are drawing teeth, teeth are really, really hard to draw. So if you want to simplify it and draw it as more of a cartoon, then kind of just draw the shape of the mouth, maybe draw the lower lip, and then draw these like little triangles on either side. And then when you're drawing teeth, you can kind of just like indicate them. So don't just like suggest them. But sometimes if you actually draw all of the vertical shapes, it doesn't look very good or very flattering. So I've done that before. There we go. I know Gio at one time had pink hair. So maybe when we're coloring it, you guys can let me know. Gio, you can let me know what color you want me to do your hair. All right. So we actually don't have any classes today because it is family day, and we are off on long weekends, but class does resume next weekend. Earlier I was talking about our live streams, and those are always on Fridays, but they are going to be at 4 p.m. starting in March. And March, we have a really cool theme for our live streams. It's going to be March to the Basics, where we're going to be doing live tutorials on how to draw eyes, how to draw anatomy. Anatomy is something we get asked a lot. So do stay tuned for those. I think Jessie is going to be drawing anatomy and drawing feet. And Alyssa is going to be drawing eyes and hands. So those are all really, really hard to do. So make sure you tune in. Jessie and Alyssa are both going to be working in Medibang. And Medibang, honestly, is like one of the best things that I discovered this year. It's a digital art program that's completely free and super accessible. You can download it on almost any device. And you know, when I was learning digital art, the only thing I could use at that time was Photoshop. And now there are so many amazing digital softwares that are just free to use. I can't believe it. So now is the best time to start learning digital art. Okay, so Jessie, I was a little bit wonky with your glasses there. Jessie, I am looking forward to your March tutorials. If you haven't seen, Jessie was actually live yesterday, and she drew some Valentine's Day cards. She drew like a really cute angelic one, and then she drew like a really funny one. So if you join our Discord, I'm gonna actually put that on right now. If you join our Discord, you can see all of Jessie's and Alyssa's illustrations that they make live every week. They post it on our Discord, and Discord is also like, it's blowing up. It's a great platform. I totally recommend it. We use that for work, and we use it to share, and we've really started to grow our community on there. So the link is in the description. If you haven't already, go ahead and check it out. So again, one thing I forgot to mention is that Jessie and Alyssa will be putting their full resolution, their full resolution artwork with the working files on our Patreon. So if you are a patron and you are learning digital art, you will have full access to all of our layered files, as well as group critiques on Discord, as well as drop-in classes. So please check that out. We totally appreciate your support, and without it, we wouldn't be able to continue doing this. So again, check it out. The link is in the description. Okay, Jesse, gonna finish you now. There we go. So usually when I cartoon, I will like turn my canvas or turn my page, but because I'm on stream, I'm not turning my page, so like I have some really awkward just like really awkward angles that I'm drawing. I'm kind of turning my body instead of my paper. I'll give you some earrings, Jesse. There we go. Okay. Oh, and also I should give Geo earrings because, you know, she's like a jewelry designer too. So talented. Sorry, I'm making something up randomly. Geo, I hope it's up to your standards. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's do Aaron next. I've drawn Aaron so many times that like I can draw him with my eyes closed now. That's what happens when you marry someone, right? Okay. There we go. Give Aaron, I think he's the most exaggerated out of all of our team here. So I have decided to give him like actual eyes because, you know, he's kind of like the only one here that doesn't have actual eyes, just like circles. I usually just draw the circles if I was just drawing a quick sketch of him, but I am going to give you eyes, my dear. So Aaron and I had so much fun. I remember in the beginning, the very first Wing Canvas 1.0, we had to do all the renovations ourselves. And so I remember like sanding drywall and helping out with all the electrical stuff. And that's the stuff that I am no good at. And Aaron did all of our framing, and he's super, super handy. So, oh, that looks a little bit better. I'm sorry, you look a little cross-eyed though. Okay. And I'm just gonna make your smile a little bit bigger here. And once the marker is dry, I will erase. And so I think I'm gonna color in your beard, so I'm just gonna do a quick outline here. You and the Wing Canvas beard. Okay, there we go. All right, so Rachel is next. Let's see how we're doing on time. Oof, the line work takes so long. The sketching is way faster, so I gotta pick up the speed a little bit. So I don't know about you guys, but when I draw faster, sometimes I feel like my drawings are better. I think it's maybe because maybe I don't doubt myself as much, or maybe I just don't have that much time, so I end up like, you know, not nitpicking, or I tend to nitpick a lot, especially with my own work. So I'm gonna try to speed it up Jesse, give me some speed. I need some sonic speed here. If you haven't seen Rachel's famous artist videos, I would definitely say check them out. They're amazing. She makes them so much fun to watch, and she has been turning famous artists into anime characters, so that's a lot of fun. Okay, so since I am coloring in everybody's eyes, I should probably color in your eyes too, Rachel. There we go. Okay, so JC is next. Oh, you know what? I should do me. Okay, I'm gonna do this super speedy. It's kind of hard to draw and talk at the same time sometimes. So you can see I made my jaw a little bit squarer. I think it just looks a little bit more like me. And my big clunky headset here. There we go. So again, if you've just joined us, happy Family Day. And I know it's Family Day in Ontario. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Lunar New Year. So much to celebrate this weekend, and I hope wherever you are warm and safe with family and lots of great food. And right now, if you've just tuned in, I am drawing the winged canvas family, my wonderful, wonderful work family. And this was a surprise. I think I initially was gonna draw my actual family, and then I thought, you know what, my work family, like, this is Wing Canvas's birthday, so we have to celebrate by drawing our Wing Canvas family, our family of wonderful creators, teachers, artists. Oh, JC, I like this cartoon of you. It's really cute. There we go. Okay. So I hope you guys are thoroughly entertained and recognize some of these faces. These are the faces of the Wing Canvas team. Right now I am drawing Arruniya, who you might have seen live earlier this morning. She was doing the Paris painting, and she's one of our wonderful Art Foundations teachers, and she is super patient and kind and backstage with me today. Okay, so whenever I draw caricatures, ugh, I couldn't say that properly. Whenever I draw caricatures, some ladies are like, can you give me longer eyelashes? Like just make them super long. So if you want, I can add some extra long lashes. Arruniya, just admiring your wonderful smile. Pretty happy with that, how that one turned out. Okay, so Jay is next. Just in the order that I'm least likely to smudge this thing. Okay. I think I've drawn many of our wonderful staff at Wing Canvas at our other parties, but never live, so this is a treat. Well, sorry, I should say that it was live, but never live to the world, just in our humble studio in Markham. So let me know in the chat if you are tuning in from somewhere else other than Canada or other than Markham, because I know we have some lovely viewers and subscribers from around the world, and that's been something that has been so amazing this year, is just kind of like, you know, looking at all of our viewers and our supporters, you know, as far as like Brazil and India and like Poland and Europe. There's too many countries to name. I'm just overwhelmed and delighted, delighted and overwhelmed to kind of see how many people we are actually reaching on YouTube. So if you haven't already, you can hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hopefully you'll see us online a lot more in the future. Okay, so Alyssa is next. Sorry, I kind of drew your hair really square, so I'm going to use my second chance here to give you some bangs. And Alyssa is our anime instructor, so she teaches cartooning and anime too. She's also an amazing digital artist. And I've learned so much from just about anime and about digital from you. And also so grateful to be part of each other's lives. Thank you so much for sticking around for as long as you have, and thank you for growing our cartooning and anime classes and culture. It has blossomed more than I could have ever imagined, and I know that it's so many people love the classes, and they love kind of making up their own cartoons and their own characters. So, you know, our classes aren't really just about learning how to draw your favorite character. It's also about learning how to create your own character. Alyssa also teaches character design, so she's actually working on a course right now that hopefully we will release in the summer. And it's going to be a course about how to design an original character. And it's in the works. So you guys are the first to know about it. Okay. So Alyssa, I'm going to give you long hair here. I know it's usually tied up, but there we go. Okay, so I got to get through these pretty quickly. I'm not sure that I will have time to color everything today, but I will definitely post my finished piece on our Discord, as well as Instagram So if you want to chat with us and connect with our family, with our Wing Canvas family, you can go ahead and join our Discord. It is in the link below. We call it our Art Nerd community. And so hopefully I will see you there. Okay. Gotta get through these quick. There we go, that was fast. Okay, Yeri's turn here. Just concentrating right now, trying to power through these. But I might go over my time. So if you guys haven't met Yeri's a wonderful animator. So she teaches animation mentorship, and she teaches digital art 1 and 2 at Wing Canvas. And I've sat in her classes before, and she is a lot of fun to listen to. And again, I've learned so much. If you guys don't know, you can actually use Krita to animate. Krita is absolutely free. I know some people use it to draw, but it's free animation software that you can download and use. Okay. All right, Nassim. My goal is at the end of this, we'll be able to tell who is who. It's always a little hard. So I've drawn actually many of these like large number group caricatures. And they're a lot of fun because, you know, once you draw a caricature of someone, you look at their face very differently. And there's just a lot of things that, you know, you have to kind of memorize and take into consideration. So just like the shape of somebody's face and kind of how it changes in different angles. So let's give her some fun hair here. Okay. I'm almost there. So I'm drawing Christine right now. Christine is one of our wonderful admin, and she's one of our wonderful administrators as well as our assistant curator. So our gallery is no longer open anymore, but we had a vibrant community of artists, and it was so much fun to have our shows and be able to represent such amazing, talented local artists. So if you've ever registered for a class with us, you might have spoken with Christine, or you might have seen her before if you've ever visited our studio. Christine took all of our staff photos, And so this is actually the staff photo that you took, or maybe I snapped it of you. And sorry, I think somebody asked me to make her smiling, but I totally forgot and already finished the line work. But Christine has a wonderful laugh that is just, you never forget it, you know? Okay, Pongo, you are last. Also, I've drawn Pongo like a million times, so I can kind of line her pretty quickly. If you're drawing a dog, like a cool way to draw the nose is just to draw like a line in the middle and then two little loops, like a 9 and a backwards 9. Pongo has these really cute little white paws. She's actually just outside my door and curled up. Okay. Whew. My hands are sore. All right, so I'm gonna start erasing my pencil lines. And so sometimes if the ink is still wet, it can smudge. So you just want to make sure that you wait before you color it in so that it's all dried. So now I'm going to erase my pencil lines like this. And fix Aaron's, because he's kind of cross-eyed, so I'm going to fix him and fix me too. Okay. There we go. Yeah, Pongo! So, next thing I'm going to do is, let's see how much time we have. So, it is almost time for the end of our stream. I will color this, but before I do that, I'm going to draw this little banner. On the top, and it's going to say the Art Nerd Family. So what an art nerd means is it's just, you know, as long as you love art and stick with your passion, you will be really, really good. It's all about how much time and effort you put in. Art nerd, the nerd part is also part of our teaching method. So it stands for nurture, explore, recreate, and design. And that is how we teach all of our classes, because we believe that, you know, you have to, creativity just doesn't come out of thin air. You have to nurture it. You have to look at, you know, what else is out there that inspires you, and build up a visual library, which is like a visual catalog of art and things that inspire you. And not that you ever want to copy those, but you want to, you know, study them and see how you can improve your own artwork by either, you know, studying the technique, studying the style, or even following some artists that you really like. There we go. And I might put the date under here, so it'll be 2021. not sure where I'm going to put the date yet, but if you guys have already started to color, then that's great. I don't think I have enough time to finish the coloring, but I will post the final piece on our Discord as well as Instagram. So thank you so much for joining me. I can't express my gratitude and how much fun I had with you guys today. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we will see you again during our live streams. And if you haven't already, check us out on Patreon. We just launched it today, and there is a really good special there for our early supporters, and it's a deal that we'll never offer again. So go ahead and check it out. The link is in the description. And again, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I hope you had a lot of fun wherever you tuned in from. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for celebrating our birthday with us. And again, my name is Fei, and I will see you guys another time.